it's okay. But when you find someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo.
You're not going to beat Canelo until somehow, over a long period of time, Canelo beats himself.
During the press conference, Canelo retaliated angrily on Terence Crawford, stating that he is not on his level. He said he detested fighters who only care about making it through 12 rounds without putting up a thrilling, competitive battle. Canelo claims that such cautious strategies result in dull contests that let down fans hoping for an amazing performance. A harsh warning on the next battle between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez was given by Brook, who has direct experience in the ring with top fighters like Terence Crawford and Gennady Golovkin. Brook stressed that the task of this battle is entirely different from Crawford's other fights. Brook claims that Canelo's fighting style is distinct and essentially different from that of the opponents Crawford has previously faced. Canelo's combination of power, ring acumen, and tactical diversity makes him stand out from Crawford, who is shorter in stature and mostly depends on technique and quickness.
It's a wow fight, it's two supreme athletes fighting against each other, but you've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's gonna have to move up, and I knew when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion is okay, but when you're fighting someone like Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo, but Crawford's very, very, very good.
You think Crawford's still got the legs? Obviously, he's very much got great IQ in the ring.
Brook emphasized that any boxer would find the setting tough due to Canelo's ability to change tactics mid-fight and aggressively enforce his way. It takes a different attitude and level of training to take on a powerful, versatile fighter like Canelo. According to Brook, Canelo's strategy is more advantageous in this battle because of these considerations. Crawford received a clear warning. This is not the type of opponent he has encountered in the past.
He's still got the legs to be maybe outmoving Canelo if he needs to.
Well, I don't know, I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more, he kind of sets his feet. He's cute with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. Both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience, and just his ring generalship, he's got confidence, he's big.
Jim Lampley, an experienced pundit, has expressed great faith in Canelo Alvarez's potential to defeat Terence Crawford. Lampley noted that Canelo is a strong opponent in this fight because of his experience, physicality, and mental toughness, even though Crawford is a gifted fighter with an impressive record. Lampley thinks Canelo has an advantage because of his track record of facing and defeating elite fighters in a variety of weight classes. He can set the pace and space in the ring thanks to his ring IQ, which Lampley believes is a crucial component in determining the fight's rhythm. Lampley added that Crawford's attacking arsenal might be neutralized by Canelo's defensive abilities and counterpunching skill. In the end, Lampley's study indicates that Canelo's versatile style of play might triumph against Crawford's indisputable abilities.
He's a great defender. He has the most solid punch resistance of anybody in the sport. Nobody's ever knocked him off balance. Nobody's ever really knocked him down. There's only one official knockdown in his career, and it was because he bounced off the ropes when Jose Cotto hit him with a hard shot to the chest. And the referee employed a strict interpretation of the rules and said, oh, the ropes held you up, so that's a knockdown. He's never been put on his back by anybody. He rides horseback every morning. His legs are the strongest in the sport. You're not going to beat Canelo until somehow over a long period of time, Canelo beats himself. If he gets tired of all the discipline he has had to employ to make all the money he's made, if he has enough giant ranches in the Yucatan, if he has enough beautiful horses, if he has had enough unforgettable dinners with Mexican billionaires in Mexico City and Vegas, then maybe. But my guess is he will retire without incurring another loss, because it's important to him to do that.
Which implies you like him against Bud Crawford.
I do like him against Bud Crawford, but I do think that it's a great fight. Now, I could change my mind when we get closer. Bud Crawford, to me, is a latter-day Sugar Ray Robinson. He has the multiple skills of Sugar Ray Robinson. He can defend or attack. He has a deep inner mean streak that he can employ at any moment in a fight to get what he wants. Before the fight against, help me out here,
Madrimov was his last fight. Spence?
Spence.
Yes.
Before the fight against Errol Spence, there were quite a lot of people in the sport, in boxing media, who were saying, I like Spence to win the fight. I was one of those people who said, no way. Errol Spence doesn't have the depth.
Terence Crawford's accomplishments and talent are evident in his career. Throughout his career, he has proven his superior boxing abilities, strength, and ring versatility, solidifying his position as one of the sport's top fighters. However, the public's perception of Crawford's fighting style is contradictory. Although boxing circles are well aware of his technical skill and tactical genius, the general public frequently ignores these qualities in favor of more flamboyant, violent methods. Crawford usually takes a methodical approach to combat, including strategic pressure, shrewd counterattacks, and defense. Despite its great effectiveness, this methodical approach is occasionally criticized for lacking the thrill that casual fans yearn for. Many viewers are unable to properly appreciate Crawford's skill set in the ring because of this gap.
Crawford, on the other hand, he has been walking down his fighters, and people don't see that but me. For some reason, when I had that tape, people were screaming cat. And it's like David Evanesian, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Gamboa, a mean machine. Even against Madrimov, the way he won the fight was by fighting. It wasn't Floyd Mayweather sticking. This guy has been too athletically gifted, and I mean explosive, hard punching, and too strong for his ops. When he's in orthodox, he boxes more. When he switches, he becomes a puncher. And now he's coming out southpaw. He ends you. He is not, you gotta watch him fight. He does do athletic things where his hands and his feet work together and he catches you for sure. But what he mostly do is he punishes and he bullies his op because he walks you down and whips your ass. He's an ass.
A different perspective is provided by boxing commentator Brian Bomac McIntyre, who highlights Crawford's better technical capabilities while acknowledging Canelo's abilities. Canelo is unquestionably a top fighter, but Crawford has the advantage in this bout because of his accuracy, quickness, and ring generalship, according to Bomac. Bomac emphasizes Crawford's preparation and motivation before the bout, pointing out that Crawford has constantly shown a high degree of readiness and focus upon entering the ring. Crawford is able to outthink opponents and control battles thanks to his smart mind and well-honed skill set. Canelo is a difficult opponent due to his strength and experience, but Bomac thinks Crawford's technical skill and strategic approach might win the fight, especially if Crawford follows through on his strategy. This analysis emphasizes the potential tactical conflict rather than a simple struggle for dominance.
Fight with Canelo Alvarez. It was interesting to see the comments from Canelo and how he sort of assessed Bud Crawford's career. I almost feel after the Spence fight that was like an exclamation point on everything he's done, maybe from the critics who never gave him credit. But it almost seems like Canelo was downplaying his achievements. What do you make of that? Is that to build a fight? Because it sells itself.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think Crawford rebuttal was everybody always say he hasn't fought nobody, or everybody that he fought was a no name. But I'm gonna tell you like this: what Crawford said, well, they was something until Crawford fought him. So Obviously, he's doing a great job because he's making everybody look normal.
Not everyone, like when they go against Canelo, you know, I don't think there's anyone else in boxing who you would ask and say this is a possible task for, but for Crawford, because of his pound-for-pound abilities, and apparently no rehydration clause. Am I hearing that right? He wants full smoke at that weight.
Let's go, man. That's what Crawford wants. He wants to show the world that he's the best. So, hey, why put stipulations in there when you know that you can be the best? So let's go test ourselves.
Look, I appreciate you taking this time. We don't get to speak all the time, so it's good to get you over here, and maybe we catch up later in fight week, but I appreciate you. Thank you.
That concludes the video for today. Watch this space for additional updates, analysis, and unique interviews.